These cows may not look like much to you and me, but at one time they were worth their weight in gold. When gold was discovered near Sacramento in 1848, there were only 5,000 European settlers in California. The gold rush soon brought in 2.5 million people to the area, and they all had to eat. It created its own bonanza right here at home.
One group got wealthy real fast, and they didn't have to mine gold. Those were the cattle ranchers of San Luis Obispo County. We were in an area that had enough heat through the year to grow grasslands really well, enough water to irrigate those lands, and enough mission cattle to supply the mother lode during the period of food shortages.
One such rancher was William Reed. Some knew him as John. He just bought Mission San Miguel from the Mexican government in 1848 and inherited all its cattle and sheep. He knew just what to do with them, too.
Reed came back to the mission in December 1848 with a lot of gold, perhaps as much as $40,000 or $50,000 in gold dust in his chest.
Like holding a winning lottery ticket in your hand, only to lose it in the wind, Reed and his family, some say 10 in all, couldn't celebrate for long.
At that same time, a group of Anglo-Irish sailors came into Monterey, jumped ship, and because captains did not want to lose sailors, they would chase them.
The men headed south down El Camino Real, possibly to throw the crew off their trail, and met up with Reed, the luckiest and unluckiest fellow Englishmen on the Central Coast.
They had a few drinks of the famous California aguardiente, the 151 proof brandy, and Reed became a little too wordy. He said, they asked him, had you been to the gold fields? Why, sure I have. And I found gold. Just look at this here nugget that I found.
The soon-to-be outlaws saw their golden opportunity and demanded the rest of the dust and nuggets. Reed and his family paid the price.
They decided to impress him with their seriousness by murdering some of the children along with the common law wife, one by one. And they did this in a very brutal fashion.
So John Michael Price, then the equivalent of mayor of San Luis Obispo, heard the news and rounded up a posse to catch him before, as he puts it, all hell breaks loose. So the gang headed south, following rivers to cover their tracks until they were found near Santa Barbara, and their gold rush ended.
There's a battle there. The men are captured. They're forced to sign confessions, and immediately after signing confessions, they are properly dispatched.
And peace and quiet returned to San Luis Obispo County, the family laid to rest still on mission grounds. But what about that gold?
We don't know. And when I think of those monks working up there in the 1920s and 30s and 40s, maybe one of them found it. Who knows?